Today we're going to lay out your paper for the upcoming radial arch painting. You'll need your large sheet of manila from your big folder. Unfortunately, I could not send metal rulers home, so I had to quickly kind of jerry-rig one together. You need your compass, and you'll need this, your arch. First step, I would do the easy part. Take a pair of scissors, cut your arch out so that it looks just like this. The important part here is that you don't lose this device, because this is going to be what you use to apply all of the designs to your overall design. So cut this out, keep it somewhere safe. Then, taking your ruler, we'll say loose quotes around ruler, the first step is to turn this 12 by 18 into a 12 by 12. So to do that, I'm going to measure from the upper left corner over to the number 12. I'm going to put a tick mark up above. And then I will repeat the same process down below. From the left all the way, number 12. Now, I know that this is probably not the sturdiest of devices to use to connect these two. So if you do have like a yardstick, or if you have an 18-inch ruler at home, I would use it to connect these two. But if this is all you've got, then line those two tick marks. Get that ruler's edge correct. And then try to hold this down as well as you can. And then very lightly connect from top to bottom. So now that we have our square, what we have to do is split this in half vertically and horizontally. So we know that this is 12 inches from the left to the right. Well, math isn't the easiest for all of us, but I think we can handle figuring out what half of 12 is, and that is 6. So I'll put a marking at the top. Do the same at the bottom. And then, just like this line, I'm going to line these up and connect. And then the same going horizontally. So from the top, I will measure down 6, dash here, down 6, dash here. All right, that's what we should have so far. Criss, cross, papple, snoss. Now, we've got to go diagonally from the bottom left corner through that center intersect, connecting here, and then the bottom right corner through that center intersect and connecting here. So lining up my, again, quote unquote ruler, I'm going to be sure that edge passes over that center intersect. Oop. Slipping and sliding. Now, very carefully. And sometimes you got to do little portions of this at a time, so you can kind of move one hand and keep some pressure on that ruler. So top to bottom, and then one last. Top to bottom. There you have it. Now, radial arch step number 2, we've got to add some concentric rings throughout this. We're going to do 1 concentric ring with an 1.5 inch radius, 3-inch radius, and a 5-inch radius. So this is where that compass is going to come in handy. I'm going to take my ruler first, and along this center horizontal, I'll set my ruler, and the first measurement marking that I'm going to make is at 1.5. And if you look at the tick marks that are on here, from 1 to 2, we have number 1, and then we've got 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and then 2. So I need mine at 1.5. So that'll be this middle or this center dot. So 1.5 right here, then 3 inches, and then 5. Once that's complete, now I can take my compass. The little brass ring that's on here is going to sit over the top of this intersect. I'm going to press and hold over the top of that brass ring with one finger. That way this can slide freely. And with some of these compasses, the numbers that are printed on here have kind of diminished over the years. So what I like to do is, holding it with one hand, I'm going to rotate this around until I can find the opening or the hole on this that is closest to the measurement markings that I've made. So if I rotate it, I can find that it's this one right here. So I'll set my pencil tip in, and I'm going to draw this all the way around. Then I do the same thing with the 3-inch radius. And last but not least, this is the easiest one because you're just going to use the last available hole cut out. Whoa. Back to where you began, and now you've got the overall layout.